Good evening, children. Sorry, good morning. Good morning to everybody. So, am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Yes. Good morning. Yeah. So, am I audible to you? So, can you hear my voice clearly? Yes. Okay, great. Now, let us go into our discussion. In the last class, I told you the differences between gametophyte and sporophyte. There, I mentioned the names like algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. And in the yesterday class, some people have asked me what is a bryophyte, what is a pteridophyte, what is a algae, like that. So let me show some pictures first before going to start our schedule. Let me show some pictures related to this algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, so that you will have some idea about what I am discussing and what exactly is algae, what exactly is bryophyte, what is sporophyte, what is gametophyte. All that pictures I am going to show you now. Now look at here. Can you see this diagram? I think you might have gone like if you go to any pond or lake with the stagnant water, you could see a green colored scum growing on the surface of water. Have you observed it? That is nothing but algae. Now this is the algae. This is algae. Now look at here. This is one algae which is called as volvax. This is colonial form. What is it? Colonial form. That means they grow like a colony. Now can you see here? It is filamentous algae. Please listen to me carefully. It is filamentous algae. I'll tell you the names, all the details in the next step. This is filamentous algae. Now you can also see here filamentous algae. This is colonial, zoospores. Of course, this is all not required for you. Zoospores and all, I'll tell you later about this algae. Now look at here. Now you can see here, this is filamentous algae. This is unicellular algae. Okay. And we also have colonial algae. Now this is colonial. This is the diagram which is also there in your NCERT book. It is nothing but volvax. And this is unicellular algae. That is chlamydomonas. Now these are all filamentous algae. And this is Cara. This is also a kind of algae. So you are going to know about all these algae in our offline classes. Each algae has some specific characteristics. So all that characteristics we are going to study in our offline classes. I already told, don't ask me now any doubt. You can ask all your doubts at the tag end of our class, like last 10 to 15 minutes. I will allot you a time to clarify your doubts. So just now focus whatever I am discussing. Now let us see some other algae also. Now look at here. These are the kelps. Kelps are one algae. They are belonging to Phaeophyceae. They are said to be very tallest algae which grow almost more than 100 meters. 100 meters of height. So that is what you can see here. So next, these are all algae only. Different types of algae. They are all marine forms, marine or freshwater forms. So these are all mostly aquatic. I will tell you habitat. in the next step. So this is what you can see with regard to the algae. Next, let us see about the bryophytes. I will show you some pictures related to the bryophytes also. Now look at here. Have you ever observed some small plants growing on moist soils or moist wood or moist rock like this? Now this is a moist rock on the surface of it. A small plant will be growing like this. You can see, like if you go some moist places like waterfall regions and all, like if any waterfalls are there, if you go there, you can observe some minute plants will be growing on moist rocks or boulders. So they are nothing but bryophytes. Now these are all the bryophytes. If you enlarge them, now this is a bryophyte. Look at here carefully. I told you in the last class that in bryophytes, what is the relationship between gametophyte and sporophyte in bryophytes? Let me know how many are able to still remember about this gametophyte and sporophyte of bryophytes. I am repeating my question. What kind of relationship that gametophyte and sporophyte of bryophytes have? I am waiting for your reply. What kind of relationship that gametophyte and sporophyte of bryophytes have? Are they completely independent or they depend on each other? And what kind of dependence? Yeah. Yes. Aryan Sharan, good. Yes. Which is independent, man? Yeah. Gametophyte is dominant and sporophyte is parasitic. That's good. Who is that? Sheshu. Okay. So gametophyte is dominant and sporophyte is parasite on gametophyte. Look at here. Look at the diagram that I am displaying here. You can see here. Now this is gametophyte. Whatever now I am writing on the board is the gametophyte. Look at here. Look at carefully. Now this is gametophyte. Understood? And this is sporophyte. This sporophyte is attached to what? Gametophyte. The sporophyte is attached to gametophyte. So this is a kind of parasitism. The sporophyte depends on this gametophyte physically and physiologically. How? Physically and physiologically. Physiologically means for nutrition. Physically for its attachment. For both it is depending. So that is the importance of this gametophyte and sporophyte. Okay. Now let us go to the next step. Now this is another bryophyte. Here, look at here, look at here, look at here, look at carefully. Look the board carefully. Now can you see this body? Look this body. Now this kind of body organization is called thalloid. Thalloid, or simply you can call it as thallus. What is it? Thallus. Very, very, very important. Thallus is nothing but undifferentiated plant body. What is it? Repeat. Undifferentiated plant body. This is very, 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 very important. So this thalloid plant body is present in bryophytes like Mercantia. Mercantia is one kind of bryophyte, one type of bryophyte. Remember. And some people still they are busy with unnecessary discussion. Try to keep your concentration on my explanation. Otherwise, simply leave the class and do whatever you want in your personal charts. Okay. Now keep your concentration on this. I said this is Mercantia. Mercantia is having what kind of body? Thalloid body. So its body is called thallus. Thallus means undifferentiated body. Undifferentiated in the sense here there is no root, no stem, no leaf. No root, no stem, no leaf. This kind of body is called thallus. Understood? So that's very, very, very important. Next, let us see the next one. Now this is also a bryophyte only. Now look at here. This is a moss plant, a bryophyte. It appears like, if you see in the natural environment, it appears like this. It appears like this. Now look at here. This is also, a dense mat of bryophytes growing in marshy land. Next, when it comes to other details, now look at here. Now look at here. This is a bryophyte called sphagnum. Sphagnum, it appears like this. It is a bryophyte which is known as sphagnum. Next, look at here. This is the bryophyte. Next, when it comes to pteridophytes, now I'm showing pteridophytes. Pteridophytes includes again different kinds of organisms like plants. Now look at here. Have you ever observed this kind of plants in your kitchen garden? This kind of plants. Kitchen garden. See, look at here. This will be more clearer here. Now these plants are very commonly grown in our kitchen garden. This is pteridophyte. It is called as fern. I will tell you later what is this fern and why they are called as ferns. So these are all pteridophytes. Look at here. This is also a kind of group of plants, primitive plants. They are all primitive plants. Now this is pteridophyte. This is also pteridophyte. Understood? Next, you can see here. This is also another type of pteridophyte. Another type of pteridophyte. Look at here. This is also a pteridophyte. And it also has a gametophyte. These pteridophytes also have a gametophyte. Now this is the gametophyte of pteridophyte. Can you tell me what is the relationship between gametophyte of pteridophytes and sporophytes of pteridophytes? What kind of relationship is existed between gametophyte and sporophyte of pteridophytes? I am waiting for your reply. I am waiting for your reply. And Pushpavarshika is saying it have both the dominant gametophyte and sporophyte. Do both are dominant, or both like gametophyte and sporophyte both are dominant, or is there any difference? Which one is dominant in case of pteridophytes? I am waiting for your reply. Kartik. Gametophyte and sporophytes are independent. Very, 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 very good. Both are independent, but both are not dominant. Which is dominant? See, still some of them are getting confused to remember. That's why I have given all the details in the last class, and I very clearly explained how to remember and how to practice all these kind of things in the yesterday class. So that's what I told you in the last class itself, that they make some confusion to remember about the sporophyte and gametophyte, the relationships and all. So both in pteridophytes, both gametophyte and sporophyte are independent, in which sporophyte is dominant. Sporophyte is dominant. So that's very, very, very important. Now this is gametophyte here. You can see this is gametophyte. Next, when it comes to, yeah, this also you can see here. This is another pteridophyte. Now these are all the different types of pteridophytes. Now this is Xylotum. It is one kind of pteridophyte. Selaginella, Lycopodium, Equisetum, Pteris, Bryopteris, Adiantum. These are all the examples you are going to know. Now look at this diagram. Have you ever seen this kind of plant in your area or anywhere? This kind of plant. Or look at this picture. This will be more clearer. Have you seen this kind of plant? Now this is a gymnosperm. What is it? Gymnosperm. Look at here. Now this is gymnosperm. It is a cycas plant. It is an example for gymnosperm. Okay. I think now you got the clarity. What are these gymnosperms? So these are all the plant groups, different groups of plants. So these names, bryophyte, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, these are all given on the basis of their characters and their, whether they are primitive or advanced. On the basis of all these things, they have been given with the different names. Now look at here. This is a gymnosperm called cycas. Cycas is the gymnosperm. Next, look at here. Now this is a tree that is also a gymnosperm only. This is tallest tree species. Tallest tree species. That is called giant redwood tree. So you are going to know about all these details in the next coming classes. Like most of the details you will be knowing in our offline classes. Now look at here. I think you might have seen this pinus plant. It is very common. Like if you go to the Tirumala hills, in Tirumala hills you have many cycas plants as well as pinus. Pinus is also there in Tirumala hills, very common. So if you have been to the Tirumala hills, I think you might have observed it. So these are all the cones present in gymnosperms. So these are some important example for gymnosperms. I think you are aware about angiosperms. Angiosperms are very common. Now you can take eucalyptus. So many examples are there. These are all the angiospermic plant. You can also call them as flowering plants. Flowering plants. These are the angiosperms. I think you are aware about this, right? What is this plant? Can you name this plant? The one which I am marking here. This plant. Can you tell me what is the name of this plant? I am waiting for your reply. Let me see how many of you are aware about this diagram. Can you tell me the name of this plant? Yes. Who is that? Yeah, you are right. You are right. Many of them are aware about this. It is hibiscus, China rose. And do you know what is this? Do you know what is this? This plant. This plant. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Ravi Prasad. Yes, you are right, Mr. Ravi Prasad. It is corn plant. Do you know what is the botanical name of corn plant? Do you know botanical name of corn plant? Can anybody tell? No, it is not papaya, Miss Reda. It's not papaya, it is corn. What is the botanical name of corn? Can anybody tell? You have to learn so many botanical names, their common names in our +1 and +2 syllabus. Yeah, botanical name. I want, yes, who is that? Sridevi. Yes, good. Miss Sridevi. It is Gia maize, not maize. It is Gia maize. What is it? Gia maize. Gia, Gia maize. M-A-Y-S. Right. Divyasri, you are right. Gia maize is the botanical name. Maize is also English word. Corn or maize, both are same. So this corn is belonging to angiosperms. Hibiscus, as you are saying, that is also angiosperm. I think now you got the clarity about the different plant groups, right? Yes or no? Now let us go into our details once again. Yeah. So I was discussing about sporophyte and gametophyte. Now let me give some details regarding algae as well as bryophytes. First, let me tell a few details regarding algae. Algae, I think you are aware about algae now. So this algae mostly aquatic. I am not saying that all algae are aquatic, mostly aquatic. Aquatic in the sense they live in water. In what kind of water? They may be fresh water or maybe marine water. There are also some algae which grow in brackish water. Do you know what is brackish water? Brackish water is nothing but estuarine water. That means the junction where river and sea meets. That is called brackish, not blackish. It is brackish, B-R-A-K-I-S-H, brackish water. So such algae are also there. So we have different kinds of algae. And this algae have thalloid plant body. What kind of plant body? Thalloid plant body. What do you mean by thalloid? Thalloid is nothing but body is thallus. What is thallus? Let me see how many of you can answer, because I already gave the definition of thallus in the introductory part of today's class. What is thallus? Can anybody tell? I am waiting for your reply. Thallus. Yeah. Thallus. Thallus. I am asking about thallus. Thallus. Yes. Sri, Karthik. Yeah, many of them started giving. Now you are right. It is undifferentiated body. Undifferentiated in the sense there is no root, stem, leaf in the body. So such undifferentiated body is called thallus. That's good. So body is thalloid, and these thalloid forms are atracheophytic. Listen to me carefully. Atracheophytic. Atracheophytic in the sense they don't have vascular tissues, or simply to say they are non-vascular plants. What are they? Non-vascular plants. Can you tell me what are the vascular tissues present in higher plants? What are vascular tissues present in higher plants? I am asking about vascular tissues of higher plants. I am waiting for your reply. My class will start at 11:40, Madam Navya. You are now coming and asking me timing, and they are already posting class details every day in your WhatsApp groups, I think. Yes, who is this? Yes, you are correct, Mr. Suresh Babu. Xylem and phloem. That's good. If any plant or plant body contain vascular tissues like xylem and phloem, they are said to be tracheophytic. What are they called? Tracheophytic. If these vascular tissues are absent, then they are called atracheophytic. What are they called? Atracheophytic. So now they are atracheophytic, and apart from this, mostly they are non-embryophytic. non-embryophytic. That means there is no embryo production in their life cycle. There is no embryo production in the life cycle. And one more important thing is this algae, members of algae. So this algae, I said the plant body is thallus, and this thallus may be colonial. Colonial means it appears like a colony, or filamentous. Filamentous. Filamentous means they appear like a long thread. Understood? Long thread. Or some of them even have complex body organization which grow over 100 meters of height, like example is kelps. So kelp's body grows more than 100 meters of height. So such kind of body organization is there. It is all very primitive organization. So they don't have vascular tissues. They don't have embryo in the life cycle. Their body is very simple. Understood? And one more important thing, that this algae the sex organs usually unicellular. What are they? Unicellular. That means it is made with only one cell. Only one cell is present. Unicellular. This unicellular sex organ is called gametangia. Gametangium singular, gametangia plural. Try to remember this terminology. This terminology actually makes you to have some confusion. So usually it is unisexual. I am not saying that always it is unicellular. I am not saying that always it is unicellular. Unicellular means the sex organ exists only in one cell. Understood? But multicellular sex organs have started forming from bryophytes onwards. From where? Bryophytes onwards. From bryophytes, starting from bryophytes, multicellular sex organs are formed. Whereas here, generally unicellular. So, here multicellular sex organs are absent. I am not saying that they are absent in all. There are some exceptions. You are going to know that exceptions in our regular schedule, like in our offline classes. But here, the female sex organ is not archegonium. Female sex organ is not archegonium. That's why you can call them as non-archegoniates. What are they called? Non-archegoniates. Very, 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 very important. The female sex organ is not archegonium. Archegonium is a multicellular flask-shaped sex organ. What is archegonium? It is multicellular flask-shaped female sex organ. Remember, female sex organ. This female sex organ seen in bryophytes, pteridophytes, and gymnosperms. So where are they absent? Very, very, very important. So this is all not there in the NCERT book. So you have to remember, and this information is very important, because even in offline classes, teacher won't get this much time to give details about these aspects, and you will get these aspects frequently in your examinations also, like in your NEET examinations. So the archegonium is the female sex organ. Where do you see this female sex organ like archegonium? Archegonium is seen in bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperms. They are absent in algae as well as angiosperms. That's why both algae as well as angiosperms are non-archegoniates. What are they? Non-archegoniates. But what is the difference between algae and angiosperms again? In algae, they are non-archegoniates and sex organs are unicellular. This you have to remember. Understood? They are non-archegoniates. At the same time, their sex organs are unicellular. What about in angiosperms? They are also non-archegoniates. Angiosperms are also non-archegoniates, but their sex organs are not unicellular. They are multicellular and they have a specific name. Can you tell me what is the name, technical name that we are using for the sex organs of angiosperms? Let me see how many of you can answer. What is the technical names that we are using for male and female sex organs of angiosperms? I am waiting for your reply. Male and female sex organs of angiosperms. No, who is that? Nishant, wrong. Sri, your complete name I don't know. Yes, you are right. You are right. Mr. or Miss, I don't know. Mr. and Miss Sri. Yes, Nishant, you are right now. You are right. Yes, androecium and gynoecium. Or if you speak in singular terms, it is stamen and carpel. What is it? Stamen and carpel. Androecium is a plural word. Androecium represent all the stamens of a flower. All the stamens of a flower are called androecium. Similarly, all the carpels of a flower together called gynoecium. So gynoecium is a plural term. Carpel is a singular term. Androecium is a plural term. Stamen is a singular term. So stamen and carpel, these two are the male and female. Which is male here? Stamen is male, carpel is female. Or androecium is male, gynoecium is female. Understood? That is the sex organ in case of angiosperms. Whereas in algae, what is the sex organ? It is simply called gametangia. And how many cells are present in this gametangia? Only one cell, that is unicellular. Of course, only 5 minutes is left. So as per our agreement, I am giving you the time for clarifying your doubts. Now you can ask your doubts. So with this, I'll close this session. We'll continue after clarifying your doubts. I'll close this session and we'll continue the remaining part of this plant kingdom in the tomorrow class. Now you can ask your doubts. You can ask your doubts. I'm waiting for your reply. What is meant by photoautotrophic? Yes, those organisms. Who is that? Reddy. Reddy Murali, Teddu Murali. Okay. So photoautotrophic in the sense those organisms which uses sunlight to prepare their food. Those organisms which uses sunlight to prepare their food are called photoautotrophic. Photo, there itself it is clearly indicating photo means light. They use light to prepare their food. So they are nothing but photoautotrophic. Next, some other girl, Bhagyalakshmi. Sir, what is the material does thallus made from? It is a parenchymatous tissue or simply a group of cells or a chain of cells. Okay, no specific, organization, tissue organization. These are all you cannot see there. So no much complexity. Very simple. only parenchyma is present, or a chain of cells may be present. So yeah, have you got the clarity now? Yeah. So some other guy is also asking the same now. Chalapati Korra. Yeah, sir, with which material thallus is made? It's made up of cells. What kind of cells? Like parenchymatous cells. Got it? Is it clear? Yeah. Okay. What is meant by a female sex ratio? A female sex ratio. I did not get your question. You can ask me clearly. What is mean by? I'm not getting your question. Type it properly, okay? Your Jagrati. Okay. Good, Miss Jagrati. Your what is gametangium? Yeah, Rida. Rida is asking gametangium. Gametangium is nothing but sex organ in algae. What is it? It is sex organ in case of algae. Of course, this gametangium term you can use for the sex organs of algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, anything you can use. For any group you can use it. But specifically I am using this term in algae to represent that it is unicellular. It is not that gametangium is always unicellular. In case of bryophytes, same gametangium is multicellular. In pteridophytes also it is multicellular. Gametangium is nothing but sex organ. This gametangium is unicellular in case of algae, multicellular from bryophytes to angiosperms. Understood? Have you got the clarity? Yeah. Next, do cell contain in angiosperms? Yes, cell wall. Cell wall is present. Cell wall is present in all plants, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, everyone. So sometimes see spots shining. It is because of algae or bacteria. Oh, who is this guy? Bhagya Lakshmi. Yes, it is because of, you want dinoflagellates. You are going to know about this dinoflagellates in our offline classes. There is a dinoflagellate called Noctiluca. Have you seen the movie The Life of Pi? There is an English movie. That movie got many Oscar awards also. So in that movie, the guy stuck up in the sea, middle of the sea, along with a tiger, right? So he will shake the water at midnight. Some light will come out from the water, isn't it? So that light is nothing but it is a phenomenon called bioluminescence. What is it? Bioluminescence. So this bioluminescence occur in some dinoflagellates like Noctiluca. So what is meant by meiocyte? Meiocyte in the sense the cell which undergoes meiosis. The cell that undergoes meiosis. Cell in which meiosis takes place is called meiocyte, simply. The cell in which meiosis occur is called meiocyte. Yeah. So any more? Sir, what is the name of sex organ of angiosperms? Is it also gametangium? Yes. Sex organs in case of angiosperms, we use the term like stamen and carpel. Stamen and carpel. Okay, or gynoecium and androecium. So we generally use the term this gametangium for the lower groups of plants like algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperms. Okay, yeah, particularly algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Next, any more? Any more? How are angiosperms? Sporophyte is dominant? Yes. In case of angiosperms and gymnosperms as well as pteridophytes, sporophyte is dominant. Where we can find these bryophytes? Bryophytes you can see in most of the marshy lands, even in your girls' campus and also in boys' campus. There are some bryophytes growing, in some moist localities. Like we have some near tap. There is a temple inside the campus, like Ganapati temple. Besides that Ganapati temple, there is a tap here. So if you look there, you can see some small bryophytic members growing on the wall of the temple. So that is nothing but bryophyte. So bryophyte you can see in marshy and shady localities. Where? Marshy and shady, that means damp and shady localities. Mostly, of course, there is a lot of variation is there, even on bark of tree, deep within the wood, then burnt grounds. There are so many variations are there. This is very simple way you can remember that they grow in moist and shady localities. Okay, so you can know much more details about their habitat in your offline classes. Next. Yeah, next. Maunika, Bhagyalakshmi. Your name is Maunika. Great. Okay. Any more doubts? Who is this guy? Wanted to play with. Yeah. Any more doubts? Archegonium is a female sex organ. Archegonium is a female sex organ in case of bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperms. What is sporophyte in angiosperm? The plant body itself is sporophyte. Whatever the plant that you are seeing in angiosperms is nothing but sporophyte. Gametophyte in the sense like pollen grain you can take as example. Embryo sac which is present inside the carpel or inside the ovule, that is female gametophyte. Angiosperms means flowering plants. Then what is meant by gymnosperms? Gymnosperms, naked seed bearing plants. I will tell you about gymnosperms in our next class. In tomorrow class I will finish this details about plant kingdom. Next, any more? What is meant by phytoplankton? They are microscopic plants. That's good. You said your name, some name I forgot. So phytoplankton, yeah, Mokshita, I think. Phytoplankton, phyto means plant, plankton means very minute, microscopic plants. They are nothing but phytoplankton. Pushpa Vashika is asking some doubt. What is the difference between angiosperms and gymnosperms? While both bear seeds, I will tell you in the next class. I told you, no, still I not yet gone to the gymnosperms and angiosperms level. Just still I am discussing about algae. Today just I gave few details about algae. Tomorrow I will discuss bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and all other groups. What is meant by phytoplankton? I just now gave. Phytoplankton is nothing but it's a microscopic, very minute plants. Next, can you please tell me some botanical names of plants and flowers and fruits? Yes, I'll give you. Don't worry, Miss Chaitanya. I will give you. Don't worry. From most probably from day after tomorrow onwards, every day I will give you some botanical names, and in the next class you have to give their common names and their details for me in the online class itself. From day after tomorrow onwards we'll start. So what is the difference between phytoplankton and zooplankton? Zooplankton, microscopic animal. Phytoplankton, microscopic plant. That's all. Yeah. Any more? Yes. Primary producers of aquatic system is phytoplankton. You are right. Why the organs are shaped on flask? So in the evolution they came like that. So there is also some other reasons like their fertilization pattern. If you observe those details you can understand. But once if I explain about the life cycle of these bryophytes and their fertilization pattern, all the details, then you can understand the purpose of having flask shaped structure. You will know it like in the offline classes. Don't worry. Gymnosperms have no ovaries. As you are asking about, don't ask anything about gymnosperms and angiosperms because I have not yet given any information regarding gymnosperms and angiosperms. Once I complete explaining about a particular topic in the classroom, then after that you can ask the details regarding that particular topic. I mean doubts regarding that particular topic. Don't go asking doubts the topics which I have not yet covered in the classroom. Okay, yeah. So with this I'll close this session. We'll meet again tomorrow at 11:40. Thank you very much.